Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Aurora on the moon. So my moon has dried, as you can see. All of the gesso dried on the sides, and I do want to use some ink. This is diamond press ink. Somebody sent it to me. I don't remember the name. I know who it is. So thank you very much. I liked it. It was exactly the color I wanted to use. And as you can see, you don't need to use a distress ink per se, because you can actually use any ink. This one will dry just as well and look good. So I'm going to distress the whole moon, all the edges, especially the white parts. I don't need to cover them up very well because I'm going to put something else on top of it. So I will just do my best, you know. I wanted to tell you that I did sign up for Amazon affiliate program. I believe it's called Associates. I'm not sure. However, from now on, you can find some links in my description just from the stuff I'm using. I'm not gonna, you know, go and try to sell you something or whatever. However, I'm just getting like a small percentage and it's not more expensive for you, so your price stays the same. It's just basically for the referral I will get a couple cents. So just read the description if you have any questions to what I'm using here or in any other video. And yeah, read the disclaimer that it's an affiliate program. But I'm almost done with my moon. As you can see, it's falling out of my hands. So I will just continue until I'm completely done here. Okay, so I'm done and I have picked out some bling because I decided I need more. I have some on my girl, but I really wanted to put something on the sides of my moon. And here I don't use any glue yet because I just want to see if it would work out like I wanted to, you know. I wanted it to be round and pretty, and it does work out like that. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And that's the glue that I'm definitely going to link down below because I have been using this bottle for a year now. Not quite a year. I got it for Christmas last year and I love it. And I feel like everybody should get it. And everybody whom I told to get it and who got it is actually excited about this glue because it really glues everything. As you can see, I'm using it on super glittery paper, and sorry about my forehead there, but it just doesn't work in any other way. However, glittery paper, and I'm putting bling down, and it will dry clear. So there will be, you know, if you use hot glue right here, you will see the hot glue underneath, and you will not be able to move it in a way that you actually get the bling in a circle, if it makes any sense. So if I would use hot glue here, first of all, I would burn my fingers and I could not make a smooth circle here. And the glue will be visible, so I just don't like it. I love my art glitter glue. It's like my to-go glue. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and put, yeah, more hair for you. I will just put all the bling on the moon for now, and I will straighten it out and get a good circle there. Okay, so once I'm done with the bling, I am just going to see if everything looks good. And I did put small bling in the edges. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I put smaller gems there because I wanted it to be one full line. And I will just try and straighten it out and, you know, just see that everything looks good. I'm not quite satisfied with the top. I know you can't see it right here, but you might be seeing it later. I'm not sure about that, but I did cut off one of the gems on the top later on. So once the bling is on there, I want to go ahead and create a flower. So I do have this die that cuts. I forgot the name of the flower. It's always the same. I just forget words, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And I have the die and I die cut. I don't know, a lot of pieces of it in blue glittery paper and white glittery paper. And as you can see, I'm just making the leaves or petals, whatever you want to call it. I believe this flower, it's actually leaves, but yeah, however, I'm just making them round, and you can just use any pen for that. You don't need like certain tools or whatever, but it will just make them look more realistic, and they will get flat later on, but I will round them again and you will see later. However, I'm gonna do it to the whole flower here. And by the way, I do sell the die cuts as well, so all you have to do is to email me. My email is in the description, and we'll go from there. It's really cheap. However, I will do it to all of them, as you can see. It's kind of, you need some patience, I would say. If you want to create a flower or whatever, you do need a little bit of patience. You don't really need special tools. I do have this flower tool, and I believe it came in a set of 5. I will see if I can find one and just link it down below so you can see what it is, what I'm actually using here, the blue tool in my hand. It's very, very cool if you make flowers. I also use this foam sheet from the Dollar Tree. I just had a leftover. I don't know, I bought foam and then I just didn't use it. And I used the squaring tool right there. And I bought this one on Amazon and I love it. You know how we always have this, the bone folders actually to score things, but I like it much more with this scoring tool. And as you can see, all I'm doing is making some veins right there on the petals. And they look so different once you have done that. So this tip actually came from my bestie Becky. So thank you for that, Becky. She did that first. And I just thought, oh my God, now it looks so much more realistic. So all you have to do is just turn it around and kind of draw lines onto your petals. You really don't need a tool if you don't have one. It's always easier if you have a tool, and here I wanted to show you the difference. Doesn't it look much better? So it is easier if you have a tool for everything and anything, right? But here I wanted to show you that you can take whatever. I have a brush there, I just turn it around and I do just the same thing. It's a little bit different, but it's still good enough. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a certain tool, I have been using fork for that, you know, just a normal fork. So just don't give up and try to use something different. So now that I'm done, I'm going to do another trick right there. I'm just going to turn around the flower, and yeah, I turned it the wrong way around, but you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just pushing into the center, and that's what it does to a flower. I feel just like it makes it look so much better. And here again, I wanted to show you that all you need is something, you know, round, and you can do just the same thing with the brush. I just wanted to show you again, it's not gonna have the same super result, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be good enough. So all you do is basically just push there into the center. Once I start gluing that and everything, they will get more flat. And I think I said that already, but you will see what I will do later. Those are way too many, but I really wanted to see how many I will need and, you know, in what order I want to glue them. And I didn't want to get up anymore and die cut more because I have a trauma from die cutting after I organized all of my dies. I really don't want to die cut too much. Okay, so I will also do the middle, and there I wanted to show you the difference, a flat one and then one I altered. Okay, and you can just play around, you know. That's what I did. I bought the flower die from AliExpress once, like a real flower. What was it? I believe a rose. You could make a rose with that, and I had no clue how to use the tools for anything, and I just played around with it, and I figured out what I like, and I just stick with that. So now that's a part I'm going to cut out a big chunk of that because it took me the longest time ever to just try and figure out how I want the flower to be. It is really, you have to look, do you like this or do you like that? So I will just sit there and try to figure out how I like it. So literally 45 minutes later, I figured out how I like it. And let me tell you up front, this is not how I will do it later on. So the 45 minutes I took to figure that out, you know, they were wasted. Okay, so I was thinking, she needs something on her dress, you know. And first I was gonna go, she had bling at the bottom, and I'm not sure if I took it off already here in the video, but I end up taking it off because there is bling on the moon. Yes, I took it off here already. There is bling on the moon, and I didn't want it to be too much. I know there is no such thing, but it really didn't look that good. So now I'm trying to figure out how to get a little bit of something onto her dress. And I have this eyelash trim, and it's sparkly and white. And because this part of the dress is popped up, I can actually push something underneath. So here I was looking and trying to figure out if it would look good. And I actually liked it very much. So I used my scoring tool to help me, and I glued it right underneath, as you can see. And it actually looks good. I like it. And I decided to glue one more piece on the bottom of the dress, but I didn't like it on top of the dress. I wanted to do it behind because I have some glitter glue, stickles, glitter glue. I have some stickles on the bottom of her dress, and I didn't want to cover them up. So I will just use the art glitter glue once again. I probably use this glue for everything. So the other day I wanted to glue something in my kitchen with that, but then I decided not to. However, I will just turn her around, as you can see, put some glue on the bottom, and just glue the trim right there. I did let it dry, I believe overnight, so this is the other day. It's actually evening, and I'm just going to cut it off and trim the sides. I think it looks much better. I don't know, I liked her with bling, but this eyelash trim makes everything better. And I wonder if there's more mess on my desk for some reason. Who made the mess overnight? I don't know. So I'm just going to trim the sides there. And I also trimmed the eyelash trim on the bottom because it was a little too long. I didn't like it too much. See, still there with my flower. Yeah, when I put her on the moon, and you cannot see the bottom, but all of this fringe was just too long. So I cut it down a little bit. I think it gives her something. It's not too much because her dress is really, you know, there's really a lot on it, so we didn't need much here. Okay, right here you will see what I mean when I tell you that I always work backwards. I decided to make an ornament. I should have punched holes in each of my moon pieces first and then glued them and everything else, but I didn't. So now I have to figure out a way to get a hole into 3 layers of packaging. It's not that easy, let me tell you that much. So if you want this to be an ornament, just punch each of your pieces, and here I was afraid I'm going to stick it into my finger because I know myself, but I was smart enough. I was looking around, I was thinking, what should I do? And I saw my kitchen towels. So I thought, okay, I can totally do that. And it actually worked. Yes, but if you want this to be an ornament or, a piece that you can hang, then just punch the holes before you glue the whole thing. And then punch the holes in your decorative paper and everywhere, because this is so much easier than what I am doing right now. But it did work out, so I did get my hole. And once that was done, I picked out a ribbon and I went with the silver glittery one. I don't know, everything is glittery and blingy on this project. And then I had a problem sticking it through the tiny hole I just made. This is going to take me probably like 5 minutes. But I will manage at the end. As you can see, it's there and I can actually hang it if I want to. I did cut it longer just in case, I don't want to try and put another one through there. So I decided to keep it a little longer. I don't know. I think it's gonna look better like this. I was really thinking I want to hang it somewhere. And once I have done this, and I'm sorry that you can see my fingers only right now, I realized that she's going to be sitting different on the moon because now the moon is kind of sidewards. So good thing I did not glue her down first. Once again, I'm playing with my flowers. It takes me just a long time. Sometimes I just have to stop overthinking and do something. So I think I like it this way, and I think I want to do it this way. So I'm going to try and make some snowflakes, but that doesn't work out. So because it didn't work out, like I said, I just went ahead and I picked out snowflakes from my drawer. I didn't even know they were there, so I went to check and I found them. And now I'm going to do the same thing again. Oh no, this time I'm going to actually glue the flower. And I did have a little accident when I pushed onto my bottle. You know how sometimes the glue just keeps coming out because there's pressure in the bottle? Yeah, that's what happened to my art glitter glue there. It just kept coming out and coming out. I don't know if you can see, but it's still coming out of the tip of it. So I used my finger and I quickly just put it everywhere on all the flowers just not to waste it. Can you see it? It's flowing down the tip right there. I don't know what happened, but I don't like to waste it because I like it so much. It's like, what happened? Now I have to use it. So I tried to work a little quicker, and I wanted to see if I can kind of use 2 middles, but then I decided to only go with a blue one. See, I use my finger because I don't want to waste the glue. That's just how I am. I'm going to quickly put the center right in there and push it down a little bit. It keeps coming off. The art glitter glue, you still have a little bit of time to, adjust whatever you are doing. Not too much, but I like that it gives you enough time to move the things just a little bit if you mess up. And here I decided to put bling in the middle. Again, more of it. I don't know, this project is just full of glitter and bling. I'm sorry I could not film this because I was hanging my moon onto my camera stand, you know, to figure out the position of my girl. I wanted to see how the moon is going to be once I hang the ornament, you know. I didn't want my girl to be crooked, but that's how I figured out the positioning. And I just showed you the silicone glue I'm going to be using, but I think here for this piece it would have been better to use hot glue, but I really didn't want to take it out and wait until it gets hot. I just wanted to make a little bit more, to craft a little bit more, but it's going to take a while for this glue to dry. And while she is drying, I'm going to figure out the position of my flower. And as you can see, I'm just, you know, drawing and dots right there because I really don't want to do it the whole time. I want to find one position and know where I'm gonna glue it. And because I'm going to glue the snowflakes first, I needed to know where afterwards my flower will go. And now I will figure out the position of the snowflakes there. And I will also mark it with a pencil, you know, just because. Because I don't want to mess it up. It was a lot of work. So I will just mark both of them, the middle of each snowflake, kind of. It's just a little mark. And I will once again use silicone glue to glue them down, but I shouldn't have because it takes forever for the silicone glue to dry on this. It's plastic snowflakes and there is no pressure, you know, they are kind of laying on there because there is bling on the sides and I have to push the whole time. So yeah, next time I'll get my hot glue gun for that. So I got tired of waiting for the glue to dry and I decided to take care of my flower again. Just like I told you, it got flattened out a little bit, you know, so you might be, you know, maybe you should skip the first step and just do it at the end, but I like to do it both times, you know, so the paper knows already where to go once I do it the second time. So I'm just doing this. I believe I have my brush here and I'm just going to go petal by petal and I will do it kind of extra round because I know that this is going to flatten out again. And I'm thinking that I might even put something in between of the petals. I will see how this works out, but first I want to round them all. And now it's time for glitter! More glitter! Yes, more glitter. As you can see, my glue still keeps coming out. I don't know what happened. It doesn't really happen. I don't know if I had it like the wrong way. Maybe I pushed too hard. Sometimes I push really hard. So what I'm gonna do is just put the art glitter glue kind of on the edges of my flower. As you can see, I was trying to push it and get it to stop. So I will just put it on the edges there and it will dry clear. Right now it looks white and kind of messy, but it will dry clear. And I will just put glitter all over it and I will keep going until I'm done with the whole flower. Look, there's a little bit of glitter there already. I will just keep going until I'm done. Okay, so I definitely loved playing with glitter. Look, now it still looks super messy. It really does. You can also just dip it in glitter, but I'm full of glitter and I love it. Glitter is everywhere. It's now on me, on my fingers, on my clothes. But I'm just going to kind of gently tap it in the back so the leftover glitter falls off. And then it will be done. I will just put it aside to dry. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, you know, just give me a comment down below. I'm showing you the glitter and I'm still loving it. So there will be a third part, and I didn't finish it yet. I need to film it first, but I'm hopefully going to be done then. So yeah, that would be it for today. See, she dried kind of. It's still wet and it's still not on there like I wanted to, so I'm not going to continue anymore. Yeah, leave me a comment. Tell me if you like it. Tell me how you like the voiceovers. Give me a like if you like the video. Share, subscribe. Bye-bye.